Pagi Nashmir. I'm Damira. I'm Dina. I'm Nasha. And I'm Mira. How to register? First, apply for PIN number. To obtain the PIN number, you need to register to IRBM. There are 3 ways to register to IRBM in order to obtain the PIN number. First, register your email address with IRBM. Then, fill up the online feedback form to obtain the PIN number. The application must be attached with the following documents. For Citizen of Malaysia, My Card, Card Police, Military Card, Business Certificate for those who are running a business. For non-citizen of Malaysia, Passport and Business Certificate for those who are running a business. The format must be JPG, PNG, GIF and PDF, and the size must be 2 MB. Second, through mail or fax to any nearest IRBM office. Remember to attach income tax number, latest address, and a copy of National Registration Card front and back. And lastly, visit the nearest IRBM office.
After obtaining PIN number, proceed to e-filing to register. Browse to Easy Hasil e-filing website and click First Time Login. Fill up PIN number and My Card number and click Submit button. Review all the information and click Agree and Submit button. You have to memorize your PIN number for future reference.
How to update your details? First step, click on e-Borang and that will take you to the tax e-filing form. The second step, choose your corresponding income tax from EBE and choose the assessment year. Third step, ensure all your basic details displayed are correct. Change if it does not display your latest information. Fourth step, key in your income details. There are several sections you need to fill regarding your income. Key in your income details according to the relevant category. Fifth step, fill in the approved donations and gifts amount.
Sixth step, compare the total monthly tax deduction displayed with your form EA or EC. The form will be given by your company at the end of the year.
Seven steps, Key in your tax rebates, tax relief, and tax exemptions. Refer to the latest section given by Inland Revenue Board Malaysia.
Next, you need to check your details.
Once you have filled up all the details, double-check your income details to make sure that there is no mistake. Or, you can check your details at eLedger at Inland Revenue Board Malaysia's website.
Electronic requirements of eLedger. The processor for your PC must be Pentium 3 and above. You must have Safari, Mozilla Firefox 5, Opera 9, and Internet Explorer 5.0 and above for browsing the eLedger. At eLedger, you just need to log in using your MyCard and e-filing PIN number, and there you can check your personal details, ledger transaction, and current tax balance position.
What is the purpose of eLedger?
Purpose of eLedger are: the taxpayer is able to determine whether his personal details, such as address book and bank account number, had been recorded correctly by Inland Revenue Board Malaysia. The taxpayer can check whether records of tax transaction, namely assessment, payment and repayment, has been updated at the display of the ledger. The taxpayer can distinguish whether he has debit or credit balance at the display on the current balance tax position. Debit balance means an amount of tax is still outstanding. While credit balance means an amount of tax overpaid by the taxpayer.
How to declare and pay the tax. After you have submitted your income details, the system will automatically calculate your taxes, and you will know if you have balance or excess in income tax payment. The final step is to declare that all the information provided is true. Then, you need to electronically sign the form and send it in by clicking on Sign and Submit button.
There are many methods to pay income tax. Below is the methods to pay income tax. First, bayar hasil through FPX services for selected banks. Second, over the counter of selected banks and Pos Malaysia Berhad. Third, internet banking of selected banks. Fourth, ATM machine at Public Bank, Maybank and CIMB. Fifth, telebanking service at Maybank Kawanku Phone Banking. Sixth, check deposit machine at Public Bank. And lastly, cash deposit machine at CIMB Bank.
Right? of employee. Taxpayer has rights that they need to be aware of. First, if there is any refunds due, they can claim for a tax refund. Next, they can appeal within 30 days of the issue of the notice of assessment. Other than that, taxpayer has also the rights to correct errors and mistakes within 6 years after the end of assessment year.
Taxpayer has the right to be notified before their returns are audited. Taxpayer has the right to be represented by a tax agent or a lawyer. Information given to Inland Revenue Board Malaysia's officer must be in a confidential manner.
A taxpayer has to be informed of the reasons for any additional taxes or penalties by Inland Revenue Board Malaysia. Taxpayer also has the right to request payment by installments. And last but not least, Inland Revenue Board Malaysia cannot raise assessments beyond 5 years unless there is fraud, negligence or willful default involved.
The responsibility of employee.
Responsibilities of employees includes to declare your income tax and reliefs, to submit your tax files before the deadline stipulated by Inland Revenue Board Malaysia. Taxpayers are required to keep the following documents for 7 years from the end of the year in which the income tax return form is filed, because Inland Revenue Board Malaysia has the right to audit your account in 7 years' time, such as receipts, children's birth certificates, and marriage certificate.
Failure to provide the supporting documents during a tax audit can result in tax penalty of 300 ringgit to 1,000 ringgit or imprisonment or even both.
Monthly Tax Deduction MTD.
What is monthly tax deduction? Monthly tax deduction is a mechanism in which employers would deduct monthly tax payment of the employee. Employers rely on employee data submitted to their human resource department to compute monthly tax deduction. Taxpayer must file the income tax return if they want to claim tax relief.
These are criteria to be entitled for monthly tax deduction. First, such employee must receive employment income under Section 13 of the Income Tax Act 1967. Second, employer has been deducting monthly tax deduction from salary correctly. Third, employee must serve under the same employer for 12 months in a calendar year. Fourth, monthly tax deduction has been categorized for both single and married individual with different tax rate.
Fifth, employer is not paying employees' taxes. 6. Employees have not opted for a joint assessment with their spouse. And lastly, if any of those conditions are not met, employee must file a tax return.
To ensure that your monthly tax deduction is your final tax, you may have to request for other reliefs to be deducted, such as medical treatment, special needs and care expenses for parents, basic supporting for use by disabled employees, spouse or parents, self-education fees, medical expenses on serious diseases, purchase of books, magazines and journal, purchase of personal computer for once and every 3 years. Net deposit in Scheme Simpanan Pendidikan Nasional (SSPN), purchase of sports equipment, alimony payment to ex-wife, life insurance, interest on housing loans subject to security condition, and zakat payment only if it is not deducted to monthly tax.
The rebates that can be included in the form are
These are the other tax rebates. Once the form has been submitted to Inland Revenue Board Malaysia by the employer will have to remit amount deducted to the Inland Revenue Board Malaysia every month according to income tax.
Thank you for watching.